don't know what I'm doing. Hey, what's up, everybody? Um, I've never streamed on YouTube before. You can see everything I'm saying. I don't know if you're supposed to be able to see this stuff, not supposed. Brand new to it. Here's the deal, though. I need to share this real quick. Here's the deal, though. Okay, sorry if that's loud. So give me just a second. Literally just a second. And I apologize in advance for the fact that you're about to be able to see nothing. I just don't want you guys, you know, seeing my info. Um, Sorry again. Just give me like 2 seconds while I sort this out. This is mainly a test stream. I'm only going to be alive. I'm only going to be live for about 20, 30 minutes, something like that. And yes, I know it's a black screen. Don't worry. So far I have things under control. I think. Okay. Boom, boom. No more black screen. Give me 2 seconds. I'm literally just sharing this to myself. Why is it taking forever? Don't know. How, this is insane. There's got to be a better way to do this. There must be a better way to do this. That works. And there we go. That's that. Let me bring up the live chat. Yo, what up, Anthony? All right, we out here now. We're actually in it. Here's what's gonna go down right now. First off, I'm testing the live stream, so if you're in here, let me know if things like look okay, if I sound okay, if it's horrible. I just kind of want to get a feel for YouTube live streaming because I've literally never done YouTube before. On top of that, I decided, hey, you know what? This is a great time. I got about 30 to 40 minutes. I'm going to go over some of the athletes that I haven't been watching for a long time. Guys like Nate Weston, I'm not going to be talking about. A lot of the female athletes I know pretty well, so I'm not going to be talking about them either. I know their movement styles. Guys like Josh Malone, I know his style. I kind of know what to expect, but I want to watch through his video, kind of get refreshed before tomorrow's stream, because I have to wake up at like freaking 4 in the morning and start the stream, which I'm hyped for, but like 4 in the morning is really early. Um, Dude, glad to hear everything's great. What up, Celine? Glad to see you. This is gonna be like semi-ghetto. I only fully decided to do the stream over Art of Motion today. I was kind of thinking maybe I shouldn't do it because I don't want to like step on anybody's toes. I just want to let them have their thing. But I want to do it, so I'm gonna do it. So we're just gonna get right into it. Let's watch Josh Malone's Art of Motion submission. Obviously, Josh didn't make it in through his submission video. He did make it in through on-sites though, so we could be taking that into consideration watching his on-site qualifiers. That is a much better depiction of skill as far as I'm concerned, because a video you can try things like 50, 60 times. You know what I mean? Getting a really solid video, a lot of people are able to do. Performing a one take line in competition, way harder, so much more difficult. You can choke, you can mess up, one stumble ruins everything. It's got to show consistency, it's got to show strategy on planning runs, and that's what I'm looking for tomorrow. So let's get into this video, see what he's got. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I'm restarting it, I'm so sorry. All right, starts with this touchdown double A twist, palm flip, 360 back handspring almost to gate full. It's a solid start. He's pretty happy with himself. He's got this very like tricky style. He likes to touchdown. He likes to do a lot of like touchdown moves. Kind of get his hands involved. Almost trickery. You almost never see him do just normal double fulls. He always likes to do wrap double fulls, which is super exciting. And he's got this new style, right? It's not kind of the same old stuff. It makes you kind of think. Oh, into the triple. All right, so the tragedy is like I know for a fact they docked him for this little like tack full there. But dude, the triple so nice. Double A pre, come on now. But we all know Josh. He's got a very, like I said, trickery style, very spinny. You know what I mean? Like the double frisbee. It's gonna be interesting to see. Like I don't know if you guys watched his on-site runs, but it was really consistent and really clean. So I'm gonna be interested to see tomorrow if he can like keep everything super consistent. Because he does a lot of these like really technical skills where like one little mishap, one little slight hand placement in the wrong place can kind of mess up the whole run. And so I'm hoping to see like if he does stuff like that and there is a little mess up, as long as he can keep it going. And he's got kind of this scrappy style too, so I'm sure he'll be fine. Oh my god, that was dirty, dude. What the heck? That was so nasty. He like almost didn't know what to think about it. He's like, I think I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Wait a minute. I just did that. Let's go. Dude, what a freaking monster. But yeah, he made it in through onsite, so he's gonna be competing tomorrow. Actually really want him to move through to the second round. That'd be so dope. Nate Weston, dude, we're gonna skip Nate. Everybody knows Nate. Super technical guy. Like this first run sums up Nate. Just like, yeah, okay, Kong up, side pre this rail, don't worry about it. I ain't even breaking a sweat, you know what I'm saying? We all know Nate. We ain't gotta get into this. He's gonna be a beast. We got Camila. We're gonna skip her. Camila's got a very flowy style. Now, Fausto, he's a guy that like not a lot of people know. I trained with him like 4 years ago when we rolled through Crap Invaders Italy. And it was a good time, man. He was so good back then, and this is 4 years into the future, right? So I haven't seen much of his movement since then. But let's check him out. I know he's like really powerful. Yeah, he was doing full ins like no problem back a few years ago. Looks like he's got a slower flow style. Did just do caster double back into a double side after that. Moving pretty slow though. Not nearly as like creative, but he's definitely a powerhouse. Oh yeah, to punch double front, why not? You know what I mean? Like you can see a lot of these runs are kind of screw the flow. I just want to do power, power, power. And I don't think that's going to do overly well in an art of motion situation because they want to see a well-connected line, right? They want to see that creativity. They want to see, yeah, there's lots of stops, lots of pauses, waiting for each move. I'm hoping tomorrow what he'll do is see maybe 3 spots on the course where he can just go ham, right? And then do kind of an Alfred Scott run where he kind of just phones in the flow, but he gets to those spots and he does his power moves. That's what I would love to see him do tomorrow, and that's kind of what I'm expecting him to do if he plays it smart. I don't want to see him do something like try to add the flow in, because as you can see here, like this is your art of motion submission video. It's supposed to be the best in the like your best content, and don't get me wrong, it was great content. He's an amazing mover, but the kind of fast, flowy stuff doesn't seem to be his style. It's more the powerhouse stuff, and I mean it's all again summed up with this first video, right? Double backflip, palm flip. I'm gonna do something to get to the next spot, and then I'm gonna do another hench move. Like that's kind of the style, and I want him to stick to that style. Way too many people try to like conform to what they think they should do in a competition instead of just sticking to their style. So hopefully he's going to stick to his style. Oh my goodness, Montre Bo. I don't even know how to say his last name. I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say it. This is Spinboy, right? Like this is Spinboy? Yes, Spinboy. Boy Spinboy. Dude, okay. I've been sleeping on Spinboy a little bit. Like I knew he was crazy good, but this submission really opened my eyes to just like how on point everything that he does is. Like you can see again, the first video or the first clip of every video just like sums stuff up. Like look at this line. It's disgusting. small break, double side to concrete. Like that was a full line, dude. That wasn't just like I'm doing some moves. That was like Kong side, lazy's over, tack side, hits the scoot dub, ground Kongs to keep the flow going, rolls over, little steps to get in the right spot, double side to concrete and stomps it. Comes in. Now, a lot of people miss this. Look at this. Look at this dirty little step right here. I'm so sorry. Why am I not in full screen? I'm so sorry. What up, Joe Shuster? I don't know how to pronounce that name, but how's it going? But like, look at this. He's stepping off this bottom rail, side flip over, sticks it perfectly, and is already looking at the next pre. Safety down. Like, the consistency of these side pre's and, like, being able to do these longer lines and putting hench stuff at the end. My goodness, dude. The 360 dive roll on concrete also shows just a level of control that he's not worried about messing up. He's not worried about landing hard. He knows he's got this. And that's really good. Like, seeing that in videos means that you know he's going to be confident going into the competition. And we know he competes well because he just won the Lion City Gathering competition as well. Like, did very well there. Super consistent. Super consistent side priest to rails. And that's going to be a huge factor here because the skill level of the athletes is so high that it's going to come down to who competes better and not just who is insane, because they're all insane. Do you remember me from the last weeks of outdoor camp with Rylan? Oh yeah, what's up, man? Good to see you popping on here. But yeah, I think tomorrow that's going to be a big kind of separating factor is who competes well, not just who trains well. Because you can train really well, you can make videos like a beast, but if you're not used to competing, if you're not comfortable with competing, then the nerves will really get to you. Like the last time I competed in Art of Motion, I had competed in damn near every competition, right? The nerves were still destructive. Like, it was insane. Every single year, so many nerves. All right, I'm actually curious. I haven't, believe it or not, watched DK's Art of Motion submission yet. I know he didn't make it in through submission videos. He made it in through the on-sites yesterday. I think yesterday. So I'm going to be excited to see this. And we all know DK can compete really well. I think something that can fault DK a little bit is the way that he puts his lines together. He does it kind of in sections. He'll hit this section of the course, this section of the course, then this section of the course. And instead of flowing from one section to the next section, he does flow in this section, then moves over here and does flow in this section, and then moves over here and does flow in this section. Where I think what they're more looking for is somebody that can do a bunch of stuff and fluidly and creatively move to the next spot while continuing that kind of arc of their flow. And I think DK's like, I'm not even saying that this was a bad thing. I just don't think that it went well in competition format. And seeing him compete more recently, his lines have taken much more of like a longer fluid motion instead of just like a lot, nothing, a lot, nothing, a lot, if that makes sense. So I'm, again, excited to see how he does coming back to Art of Motion. He's always done super well, but Art of Motion's been in Greece, his hometown, right? Now it's going to be in Italy, a new place, new time to shine. I did see this clip. I like this a lot. DK's always pulling out these little, like, things that you've almost never seen before. They're like, wait, what's going on? Like that little suicide flip or whatever he calls it. 360 dive Kong, keeping it super tight. Nice Kong pre. Oh, that was disgustingly nasty. This is really loud. The other thing is, all this is pretty tame for DK. I'm going to be curious what kinds of big tricks he's going to throw in, because he reminds me of the way that I move in a lot of ways, mainly because neither of us really do like huge stuff. We do a lot of high level things in one line, but nothing that's just like insane. And I think for Art of Motion, he's going to have to bust out at least one thing that's just like, whoa. Because a lot of these other competitors are going to have that thing. And the scary thing is the competition's at a point where like a AAA twist is not that anymore. Like we saw at NAPC, Max Antle put AAA twist in his line and stomped it, and the crowd was silent. It was just like, ah, yeah, cool. And that's just because the sheer level of competition is like, okay, yeah, we get it. You can do a AAA. It's not that big of a deal. And that's scary to think about because even the last Art of Motion, which yeah was over, it was almost 2 years ago. Um, Somebody does AAA, and that's mind blowing, right? Now it's like you see AAA, and you're like, wow, that was cool, but this guy just did full in, so the full in's cooler. But yeah, Archie, I think he's gonna do insane. I've never seen Archie compete, but I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. What up, Jaden? How's it going? I'm pretty sure Archie won like all of the Fig competitions, or if he didn't win, he placed high enough to like get the overall highest score. Um, so to me, obviously, he can compete well. I have not been keeping up as much on social media as I probably should have, especially with a lot of these like not. I'm not saying he's a new athlete, but newer athletes, athletes that weren't competing like 3 years ago when I was doing a lot of the competition circuits. Um, so like seeing him come out with this flow is, dude, so consistent, no extra steps, just a very solid looking competitor. And like you can see how strong he is from some of these moves too. Like the way that he lands, he's not always landing like straight up. He's landing with bent legs, but then he's immediately popping out of almost everything that he does, which is really hard. Like that right there. Oh my god. Also the creativity as well. Like he's not doing just like if he does a side flip, he's not just doing a side flip. He's grabbing his leg, he's flaring it out a little bit. Pretty much everything that he does has a little extra flair, unless it's literally meant to just transition him. Like even that lazy vault, he adds a little extra flair to it. Like look at this. He comes down. His legs didn't need to come all the way over here, but he does it so that his chest is leaning in this direction, which adds a little more flair and just gets his momentum moving this way. It makes the movement a little bit more interesting to watch. And I think for the judges, that is actually going to play a big role because he could have just done lazy. He could have just done cart full. He could have done all these little things, but he's adding these extra flair things to make it just look better. It might not be like insanely more difficult doing these small things. It is more difficult for sure, but overall it looks much better. Like even that, even this little like look at this. Instead of just dashing, it's a foot tap dash, which is technically an easier movement than a dash, but it looks better. And that's one of these things that is cool about Archie's style is it's very aesthetically pleasing. Not only is it super difficult, it just looks nice. God, pops falls out of everything. Little reverse vault to move around. I don't know what half these kicks are called. I don't know what anything that he's doing is called, but it looks so nice. Boop. Scoot trip. Freaking overspins the scoot triple, lands. He doesn't even care, dude. He's just like, yeah, I do it every day. It's what I do. Charles, did he make it in? Oh, yeah, of course he did. I'm tripping. I'm sorry. He made it in through onsites. I was like, wait, what? Because for some reason I forgot onsites happened. That rail side pre, it's actually tragic because you know he wanted to hit this pre after. Like, look how he's set, dude. He wants to hit that pre, and then just like, it ain't happening. That's a big rip. That was actually, oh yeah, this was the day he tried to do it again, I think, and then smashed his head. Oh my, it's so good. Oh.
Ouais, vas-y.
That's so nice. I think things like that in Art of Motion are gonna pay off so much. Like somewhere where you could do scoot dub, instead sending the rap. Dude, what up, Garrett? Miss you too. Yeah, dude, it'd be freaking dope. I'm gonna be traveling a lot this winter too, I believe. So maybe we'll run into each other again. Oh,
Continue, continue.
yeah. You're starting to see like that's the second line where something went wrong. Um, and he didn't go back and correct it and things like that for submission videos especially. They just like the judges see it and they're like, well, why didn't you just do it again? And then that puts in their head like, well, maybe he couldn't do it again, which is really sad. Look at that power, man. He did the J-step double gainer as well in the on-sites. He's got these power moves that he can definitely throw down. And you can see from this video the flow is there as well. Oh, ho, ho, ends with the triple cork. It's so nice. Holy crap. Caden, what up, dude? How's it going? Is everything sounding good? Because I'm really just kind of talking and bullshitting. Like, I know how most of these athletes move. I just wanted to do like I was gonna watch all these videos just to refresh myself anyways. I'm just kind of talking through my thoughts on it. Um, I haven't even really looked at the course. I'm gonna do that after the stream as well. But I just wanted to make sure, like, dude, setting up a YouTube live stream is super confusing compared to like Twitch or pretty much any other platform, especially if you use like OBS. It's like you have to start streaming to it and then start streaming. It's weird, dude. I don't know. We got it sorted now, so I can just wake up and do it tomorrow. Yorai, I don't think I knew before like seeing much of this stuff, or if I did, I didn't realize it was him. Like, look at the first line, man. This is how you make a submission video right here. You put bangers in your first line. You make the judges go, wait, what did I just watch? And then rewind it. Like, even if I was by myself, I would have watched this line probably 3 times. You know what I mean? If I wasn't streaming. Does the wrap touchdown? Hits the palm spin. 360 backhand spring pop side directly to scoot triple and stomps it so well. Showing a little bit of the technical side. He hit the henchness. Now he's showing some technicals. Yes, man. Sorry. That was too loud for me. Now, something that I'm curious about, and I don't know what it means, but I definitely pick it up in a lot of people's movement. You can see stops like this, I think, are going to hurt you in an Art of Motion run more than they're going to hurt you in a submission video. Which I know sounds weird, but it's kind of it's blaringly obvious, especially when somebody's like commentating and then you see this stop, right? You see it, the commentator pauses, like whoever's commentating Art of Motion tomorrow, they see that pause and they're waiting to like kind of call out the next move or talk about the next thing, but it hasn't come yet. Um, it's really bad. I want to see more like high energy in the Art of Motion competition, right? Where it's just like boom, 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 boom. And you can see here as well, like each move, watch this, check this out. In this line, each move, and don't get me wrong, he's freaking amazing. I'm just pointing out some things that are... So each move is fast, but then, boom, quick, 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 and slow, quick, slow, quick. Like it's very snappy, and then it's a slowdown between each move, which that I think is completely fine. But to me, it shows that the transitions aren't like hammered out perfect. When you see somebody like Archie, where they're just like pop, 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 you know that he has it super, super solid. But then when you see these fast moves, you know they have the move solid, but you see them kind of slowing down on the transitions or landing, looking, then putting a hand down, and you see these kind of breaks. And so it makes me question like how well can you do it first take, or does it take 5 or 6 takes? You know what I mean? And that's really important for competitions as well. With that said, he just won, I think, second at Lion City Gathering, so clearly he's a top tier competitor as well. And that's why it's hard to tell from submission videos, because they're going to be doing things that are harder for them and more uncomfortable. and they're kind of sacrificing some of the flow to make the difficulty harder. Where I think the opposite happens a lot of the time at a competition, where you really prioritize the flow and the consistency so you don't mess up. Oh man, the Carter full is so good. And then the scoot full in just sits it down so easily. I would love to see him throw like a big move like that, scoot full in the competition. But I mean, all concrete is gonna be kind of sketch. Has anybody in chat? Do you guys have like a picture or a video of the course fully built? I don't know if that's out yet. Stephen Dollinger, dude, this kid, so hench, man. He's such a powerhouse. Oh yeah, cast fold to Crete. It's fine. We ain't stopping there. We still in this. Whatever's on the screen is really annoying, but it's fine. Look at that, the walkout pre. Like, he does the side pre, but he walks out of it. Or the Webster pre, but he walks out of it. I love the fact this is all on concrete. You know he's got great cast gainers. Side pre's are on point. Double backs easy. Now, the thing that is definitely, like, falling apart here is it has a... Oh, that was such a nice connection. Oh, I love that. All right, so I'm just going to say it so that you can look... hey, what's up, Ari? 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 We're going with Ari. I'm going to say this so that you can watch it in the next videos if it pops up. There's a clear highlight move, and then there's and then the line like starts really high, and then it slowly peters down with a lot of not necessarily easy moves, but easier moves. Sorry, my thing broke. Oh, it just fell. Well, it's broken. Whatever. I gotta tie it back up. It's not a big deal. Um. Anyways, you'll see like it starts off with big bangers, and then like kind of easier moves to end things off. Yeah, you can see here, fulls, and then dub. Yeah. So you can kind of see like, and this is something that I do all the time. Like I'm not saying it's the worst thing in the world, but I do think the level of competition at this point is so high that people won't just be kind of doing these more basic moves, or if they are, they're adding their own flair to it, like Archie, adding some extra kicks, adding these pops out of it, adding maybe like a hyper twist to things so that you're walking out perfectly. But when you see like gainer full, whoa, your brain's just like, damn. Now, if there was something, if it was like here to scoot dub and then it petered out a little bit, that would be a very high level line. But you can see instead it kind of slows down, lazy, Kong, hits a little backflip, a twist, little cartwheel, scoot full, reverse, side flip. Like it's very very simple movements, and I think in the competition we're actually gonna see more of that in the competition. But every move will have a purpose, have a reason to be there because they get so much time to work on their runs instead of just here's a run in a full video of a bunch of runs, right? You have one run, so you better make sure that everything is hammered out and everything is there for a specific reason. Um, so runs like this, I think won't.
Yeah.
They're not bad by any means, but they won't go super far. You know what I mean? Like this is a little bit better. There's you can tell something's coming. Like boom, yes, yes. See, boom, ham move right in the middle. He's still going. Comes up to the bars. What's he got left? Boom to the double full. See, now that's the type of line that you would expect to see in an art of motion. Not submission, but an art of motion competition, right? It starts off not not super simple with the tack side over this big wall. Like not super simple. The flow goes quick. It's nice. You can tell it's setting up for something. Boom. Straight into the cast scanner, big move, and then it continues to go. We have kind of hard at the beginning, a hard thing in the middle, and then another hard thing at the end. Even though swing dub isn't like the hardest thing in the world, but it's still like that's the type of thing I want to see in the competition. And we know, especially from watching the his on-site qualifiers, that he has the ability to do that. He started off with the cast gainer, and then just did a bunch of other hard stuff in his qualifying run. So I'm hoping to see more of that and less kind of, I don't want to call them nothing moves because they're still very difficult, but for the level of competition that Art of Motion is, they start to become nothing moves. Things like fulls and side flips and stuff like that. You got to add a little flair to them for them to be something. How did I get so good at free running? I did it a lot, and I only did it. Literally, that's the way. Um, Also being able to like break down things that like Stefan Dollinger's this whole video is freaking amazing. Like I can't do almost anything in here, right? It's above my skill level, but it's important to still be able to look at it and pick out the things that you're like, ah, I don't like that about it, or this could have been done better, et cetera, et cetera. And then doing that with your own movement so that every time you look at your line, you're always happy with it. First of all, you're like, okay, cool, I like that, but I want to do this and this and this and this and this better. And then every time you go out to train, you're always like, okay, well, I need to get better at this and this and this. You're never going out and just being like, oh, I'm just gonna do whatever. You kind of always have a reason. We all know Didi, dude. I mean, come on. If you don't know Didi, y'all tripping. Y'all tripping, man. Oh, look at this, dude. We're just gonna watch this one. This is the last one I'm watching, and then I'm hopping off. But dude, my whole thing is just falling apart. The one thing that I'm hoping for, look at this line, dude. Right into the Cartahar. Come on, dude. Why are you so clean? This double sideline. Yep. Let's go. Look at the speed. Look at the speed. The speed and the energy from Didi, man. That's what I love. Like he's got these flowy moves, but he adds this energy to everything that he does. Like look at this. Look at him. He's just popping. Pop, 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 pop. Power, power, power. Oh, I love his movement, dude. I'm really hoping because he had some amazing movement at the last Art of Motion that he competed at as well. But I think stress, diet, being tired, and not planning his run kind of got to him. And I know one big thing that can happen a lot of the time with a lot of people at these big competitions like Art of Motion is we can get way too stressed out, and thinking about doing our run is so scary that we end up not using our practice time. And I've seen that happen a lot with competitors, especially newer competitors, and they're like, "Oh man, I didn't plan any of my run, or I didn't practice any of my run. I have an idea, but I haven't practiced it." And that can be a big kind of downfall for a lot of athletes, especially on a big stage. So hopefully Didi this year, and I know he said he wanted to take it more seriously because he knew he didn't take his previous Art of Motion runs like the most serious. I think there was one where he literally did a roll after every move. But hopefully he takes it a little more serious and like plans a hench run because you know he can. And like you could even see the last year he competed, he got through on onsites. His onsite run, like his onsite runs, I should say, because it was the community style qualifier, were literally so good because he was relaxed, just being himself, doing his thing, not worried about it so much. And if he can just relax and create a line that he knows he can do well, and then put maybe one or two bangers in it, like that's all he needs. You know what I'm saying? That's all he needs. Um, but yeah, that's it. I just wanted to thank you guys for stopping by. I just wanted to test out the stream, make sure everything was going well. I'm gonna figure this thing out better so that it's doesn't fall down halfway through. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna be on tomorrow morning at about 4 or 4:30 whenever they start. It's going to start pretty chill like this. But I'm basically doing it to get more commentary experience because obviously I haven't done that many commentary jobs and I want to do it a lot more. Tried to do it for Art of Motion this year. I got turned down. I still feel a little bit weird about just like doing it anyways. So with that said, make sure that you're watching their stream. If you tune into mine, even if there's only 5 people watching me, make sure that those 5 eyes are still on Art of Motion because that's the most important part. But yeah, thanks again for stopping in. I'm gonna figure out how to stop this stream because I don't even know how. Um, Thanks a lot, guys, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow morning. Peace.